Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, leaving a like is very simple. Leaving a comment is also relatively simple. And or subscribing, all of these things do help out the channel immensely and are very much appreciated. Welcome back to another What I'm Buying This Week. I know there's been a lot of these. It's because I'm buying a lot of stuff all the time. I'm only telling you like a fraction of the stuff I'm actually buying because I don't want to like burden everyone all the time. I'm investing in so many things. I think hasn't gotten out of hand. I'm not really sure. As always, please remember, this is not investment advice. It is simply me telling you the things that I'm going to be investing in because I personally believe that these things will do well for my personal portfolio. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first thing that I am going to be buying this week, here's a speculative one. It's Uncanny X-Men number 282, the first appearance of Bishop. For those of you who have no idea who a Bishop is, he's a time-traveling son of a gun from the future. If you ever watched the original X-Men cartoon from the 90s, Bishop was constantly in the show as they were more like time-travel-y stories back then. This comic, at the time of me making this video on Vivi, is worth pennies. Not literal pennies, but I think it's like $4. So, if you remember the other videos, hyper speculation time, I'm like, wait, we've already seen Cable in a movie, who's another time-traveling son of a gun from the other Deadpool movies. They're probably at some point going to be reintroducing or introducing Bishop into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why? Because Marvel did extremely well with about 15 different characters over the last 7 or 8, 9 something or so years with their Marvel movies. They have a lot of other characters that they can also introduce as well. And a lot of them may do extremely well. Look at Morbius. A lot of people were not expecting Morbius to do well, and lo and behold, his character is super popular. Comic book world, Anyway, the point is, yes, I will probably, realistic number, gonna try and buy around 20 to 30 of these, especially for $4 or $5. Why the fudge not? I will usually as well be trying to accumulate all different rarities. The last I saw, I think the secret rare was $120. Now that is hyper speculation to spend that amount of money on any one item. I don't care what it is. However, if he makes it into a movie, if he ends up being popular, if there's probably going to be some other time travel movie and he ends up being in multiple of them, it's kind of the same exact way. A lot of people don't really know this. The Guardians of the Galaxy were not popular before the movie came out. Surprise! Yep, really crazy, right? These were not popular characters. They were kind of just thrown together into a comic book, which did relatively okay, had pretty nice art as well, was made into a movie, completely took off because people loved the music and all the dancing and the Star-Lord, and now look at where they are. It's very easy for that to happen as long as you have the right director and the right screenwriter to have these characters be mega iconic and for the comic prices to dare I say, skyrocket. A lot of times when I buy things, the main thing for me when I buy a lot of investments is, will its price double? If you buy a house for $200,000, it may take a while for it to get to $400K. For me, however, a comic book that only has about 1,800 left on the platform for 2 million people that is currently going for $5 has a very easy chance of at some point hitting $7, $9, $11. Then I've doubled my money. Even the other like actual crappy comics on the platform, which they've like slowed down a lot. They're only like releasing first appearances now. Thank goodness on the app. A lot of these comics were going for $40, $50, $60 when like the price was really spiking. I think it was the beginning of this year or the end of last year. So imagine like an actual popular character. Anyway, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, number 282, the first appearance of Bishop. The second thing that I'm going to be buying, without a doubt, this week is Ether. Mainly because we are constantly inching closer and closer to the Ethereum 2.0 merge. What's the other word that they were calling it? Base layer. I forgot what they were trying to rename it as, but it didn't really catch on because everyone just calls it Ethereum 2.0. I still feel that Ethereum, with the hundreds of companies who are using it, is incredibly undervalued. We had rumors before that the actual issuance rate, creation rate of Ether is apparently going to also decrease once the merge happens. The only way that you will be able to create any new Ether is by having Ether. This is why you've seen a lot of other websites or cryptocurrency exchanges announcing their support for the merge, for 2.0, and that you will be able to stake or pre-stake already your Ether so that when the rewards do kick in, you'll start getting the rewards consistently. I personally believe, not investment advice, this is going to be the passive income of the future. Of course, people will still be able to rent out their land or their homes or whatever thing else people are using for passive income. But this, my friends, I believe in the cryptocurrency space, is going to be one of the easiest ways to never have to work again. And I mean that in the most honest way. If we are constantly getting indications that a lot of these coins could, based off of numbers from banks and institutions, really hit high numbers. I think the highest I've seen for Ethereum, they said by the year 2030 was around $100,000 per Ether. I think you can normally get around 3 to 4% for the actual staking rewards. That's a huge amount of money, especially if you've been accumulating Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency that has staking really early on. I think this is going to, honestly, I think cryptocurrencies are going to usher in a brand new wave of millionaires. I mean, completely overnight. And a lot of the ways that these people are going to basically live is by doing whatever they want because they bought crypto, and passively they're getting around 3, 5,000, 10,000 per month into their Coinbase bank accounts. And this is how they're going to be living their lives. So I'm trying to personally accumulate as much as I can. I still think when the merge happens, maybe about a month, 2, 3 months afterwards, and maybe towards the end of the year, I believe we're going to see a $7,000 to $10,000 Ethereum. It's not out of the realm of possibility, simply because we hit 5,000, 6,000 something before. So an extra 1,000 on top of that with an actual mega upgrade is totally, completely believable. On top of that, the next thing I'm going to be buying is, there's an artist called Yoshitomo Nara. He's a Japanese artist, and he is incredibly popular. He's been popular for a very long time. I'm trying to get more into collecting a wide range of artists. Before, I've stuck to a very hyper-core group of, if you will, Western-based artists, mainly Damien Hirst, Jeff Koons, Shepard Fairey, Daniel Arsham. There's one more that I'm missing. There's also, he's not on this list, but Piet Para, who's also from the Netherlands, and there's one other artist. But besides that core of artists, also Banksy as well, there are also tons of other artists around the world who are also considered blue chip in their own right, in their own country. And Yoshitomo Nara is one of them as well. I mentioned before in another video that another really big thing right now, or in general, when collecting an artist's art, is not only buying a sculpture or buying a painting or buying a print. Another really new thing that's also once again caught on is buying skateboards or skate decks. There are even museums dedicated exclusively to these things. If you get a chance in your local search engine, type in like skateboard museum or skate deck museum, you'll see it. Nearly all of them at this point, famous artists have created or have made their own skate decks with their art on it. It's another way to be able to accumulate art from the artist. Maybe it's a bit less expensive. A lot of Yoshitomo Nara's pieces, especially from Sotheby's and Christie's sales, have been, you know, $35,000, $150 something thousand, and those are the kind of numbers that he brings in. So usually for me, a lot of times, if I'm not in the mood to spend 5 figures on one piece of art, you can buy skate decks like I plan on doing, simply because I think I think they present really well, and eventually in the future, I believe that the value of them will do excessively well. Yeah. On top of that, the last thing on the list that I will be purchasing this week, because I still look at the price and go, is Cardano, or ADA, ADA, the cryptocurrency. I think the previous all-time high before last year was around $3. I believe, at least at the time of me making this video, we are definitely, probably, at some point going to see a $5 to $10 ADA. I do not know if it's going to be this year. However, we have heard from Charles Hoskinson, who is the creator, CEO, CBB, whatever letters of Cardano, that I think between, was it May or June to around October, a plethora of upgrades, more transactions, lower fees, hundreds of things being built on top of the blockchain, there are literally hundreds of things that have been proposed. But if we end up seeing the cryptocurrency market surge, skyrocket, pumping once again, if we get near a $65,000, $70,000 Bitcoin, and Bitcoin continues to go up, the rest of the market is going to be dragged right along with it. We've seen before in the past that if Bitcoin once again goes up by 5%, the altcoins tend to go up by 11%. If Bitcoin goes up by 11%, the altcoins tend to go up by around 22% at the same exact time. I think we're definitely going to see at least a $3, my opinion, a $3 ADA sometime this year. Once again, it just seems completely logical. A lot of stuff to buy this week. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. What are you buying this week? What cryptocurrencies are you buying? I've seen a couple of people actually announce or mention in the comment section that they've started buying a lot of art as well, because I've been talking about art in these videos. Which artists are you buying? Why are you buying their work? A lot of people do buy from artists or buying art because they actually like the art. I told you before, if I think it has a good chance of going up in value, I'm going to be buying it. I'm just being completely honest with all of you. Anyway, thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.